Hey everybody, it's Greg with RC Driver. Now before I get into today's video about these Duratrax tires, I just want to stop and give you guys a big thank you. This morning I woke up and there's 10,001 subscribers. That was really an awesome number to see, and I really appreciate everyone that hit that subscribe button and everybody that continues to watch the videos. I really appreciate it. Alright, now on to these Duratrax tires. Duratrax has been offering tires for quite some time, actually. They offer a number of different interesting looking treads, and they're relatively inexpensive. So if you're looking for a different tire brand, Duratrax is something to check out. They offer a lot of different tires for a lot of different segments. They have these crawler tires, they have trail truck tires, they have truggy tires and buggy tires, and they have the new 2.2 buggy slash 16 scale truck tires, which are pretty neat. And actually we got a set of those, so we're going to take a look at those in the future. But anyway, on to these CR tires here. So these are the Showdown style tire, and they're in the C3 compound. C3 is a super soft compound, and they offer a C2 compound, which is just a soft tire. These are pre-glued, they're pre-mounted, and this is a glue-on style rim, so it's not a beadlock. It's got a beadlock look to it because it has these screws set into the rim, but these are in fact glued on, and they look like they're glued really well. I've been checking these things out, just pulling on them, and it doesn't seem like that bead's going to break, but we'll see how it does out on the rocks. So anyway, it's got the 12mm hex in the back, and it's a nice looking rim. This is their black rim, and they have a black chrome rim. They come in these resealable bags here, so if you want to store them in that, that's a neat little item to have. A lot of tire manufacturers are doing that nowadays. And then they give you a little decal sheet in there as well, and it lets you put a decal for the side or the area where the tire is going on, the axle of the tire is going on, so the right front, the left front, and so on. And they have the compound style here too, so it's actually a C1, a C2, and a C3. So like I said, these are a C3. And these are actually pretty big. When I got them, I was surprised. They look smaller on the website, but they are in fact larger. Actually, let me show you right here. You can see they're much taller than this factory axial ripsaw tire here. So let me just, I've got a caliper here. I'm going to give you guys some measurements because I looked on a couple websites and I saw some variations in the tire size. So I'm going to go outside lug to outside lug here. And we've got nice and all right, we've got a 152 millimeters. All right, so let's compare that to a stock ripsaw tire here. We'll go outside lug to outside lug. That's about 138. All right, so you can see there's a height difference there. Let's just do width for fun. I'll go find the lugs here. So we've got about 60 millimeters across, and here on this axial tire we've got about 53. So it's a little bit wider of a tire too. So if you're looking for a larger tire for your Wraith or maybe even your Yeti or just a custom build, this is a much larger tire. But it's a really nice looking tire. It's $28 for a pair of these. Now, like this axial ripsaw tire here, if I remember correctly, the price was over $30 just for the tire by itself. So you can see there's a bit of a savings with a Duratrax tire. Now, yes, you know, this particular tire is a mounted tire, but they also offer unmounted for only $20 for the pair. So Duratrax tires are definitely something interesting to check out. And you know, just looking at the tire, it looks like a nice tire. It's got this nice side lug to it, very large lugs on top, and as you can see, the soft compound's got some flex to it, so it should hopefully really grab onto the rocks. It's got it feels like an open cell foam in it, and the tires are actually the rims are vented from the factory. So that's a quick look at the Showdown tire, but what's more important is seeing it on the rocks. So let's go check that out. Well, as you can imagine, testing the Duratrax Showdown CR tires was a lot of fun. Now, what did I think about them? I think they worked really well. The large lugs really seemed to tear up anything they got a hold of. This thing was churning up the dirt. It tore the bark off of some of the roots of the trees I was rolling over, and it did a really good job crawling up on the rocks. The soft compound really helped that tire grasp onto the rock, and you could see the tire really working. It doesn't appear that the tread is too beat up. I was actually running around the parking lot too, just trying to mash up the tread, but so far so good. It's got a few battery packs through it, so again, long-term testing, we'll see what it really does to the tire lug, but these are some pretty big lugs here, so I'm sure you're going to get a lot of use out of the tire. Now, what didn't I like about the tire? Well, actually, let me start with the rim. So the Wraith has a stepped hex on it, and the rim actually has a recess for the step, but it's not deep enough. So I noticed that when I bolted the tires on, it didn't, the hex didn't go all the way into the rim. There's still some hex showing there. So depending on the type of hex you have, you might want to just keep an eye on that hex to see how far it's seated into the rim. The other thing is the tire is a little bit tall, and I kind of noticed that height when I was out driving. In comparison to the stock tire, there was a bit more roll, and when I was powering through some of the corners, the tire would just collapse and the truck would flip over probably a little quicker than it did with the stock tire. But I really like the tire. I mean, for the price, it's a great tire. The bead is still stuck to the rim really well. They used a really good glue on here, and the tires just look cool. So, hope you enjoyed that review. We have a lot more reviews coming up, so please hit that subscribe button just like you other 10,000 people did. Again, I really appreciate it. And if you haven't done so already, please head over to rcdriver.com for some more RC information.